In 2024, the rules for how you pay your real estate agent completely changed, and most buyers still have no idea. That gap is quietly costing people thousands of dollars at the closing table. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what changed, what it means for you, and how to use it to keep more of your money. Let's start with what actually happened. This all comes from a legal settlement involving the National Association of Realtors, finalized in 2024. For buyers, two things changed in a big way. The first change: the buyer's agent commission is no longer posted on the MLS. For decades, the seller's side advertised how much they'd pay your agent, right there in the listing. Now that's gone. It's no longer published. The second change: before an agent can take you to see homes, you now have to sign a written buyer representation agreement. In California, that's called the BRBC, and that agreement spells out, in writing, exactly how your agent gets paid and how much. So here's the real shift. How your agent is paid is now an open, negotiable conversation between you and your agent, instead of something quietly built into the deal behind the scenes. Here's where a lot of buyers panic. They hear you might have to pay your agent yourself and assume they now owe thousands out of pocket on top of their down payment. Take a breath. That's usually not how it plays out. Sellers can still offer to cover your agent's commission. It's just negotiated as a concession now, instead of advertised on the MLS. So in most transactions, that cost can still be worked into the deal. You just have to ask for it the right way. And because the amount is now negotiable and in writing, you actually have more control over it than buyers have ever had. So what should you actually do? 3 things. 1. Read the buyer agreement before you sign it. Look at the fee, look at how long it lasts, and look at whether it locks you to a single agent. 2. Treat the fee as negotiable, because it is. You don't have to accept the first number an agent puts in front of you. 3. Get clear on how that fee gets paid, out of the seller's concession or out of your own pocket, before you ever write an offer. A good agent will walk you through all of this up front in plain English. Now here's the part most buyers never hear. This change is actually good for you if you know how to use it. For the first time, what you pay your agent is transparent and negotiable. And that's exactly where a flat fee model has the edge. Instead of a percentage of the purchase price, you agree to one flat fee for full representation. And if the seller offers more than that fee, the difference comes back to you as a closing cost credit on your settlement statement. That's money towards your closing costs, your prepaids, or buying down your rate when the seller agrees to it. On a typical Los Angeles or Orange County purchase, that can be thousands of dollars staying with you instead of disappearing into a percentage. The settlement made the commission visible. A flat fee is how you actually take advantage of that. I put together a free buyer's guide that breaks down the new buyer agreement, the questions to ask before you sign, and exactly how the closing cost credit works. I put together a free buyer's guide that breaks down the new buyer agreement, the questions to ask before you sign, and exactly how the closing cost credit works. The link is in the description and it's pinned in the top comment. I'm Roman. I help buyers across Los Angeles and Orange County, and I coordinate your search from the first showing to the closing table. If this cleared things up, subscribe. And watch my breakdown of who actually pays the buyer's agent next. See you there.